Eileo guys, and welcome back. So today is another account review. This is coming from Kane909, aka Eileo Arts on Discord and on YouTube. He wanted me to check out his mon box and see what he has going on here, and we talked a little bit last night on Discord, but let's go ahead and check out what he has here. Of course, first I will do either a Golem B8 or B10 run, because that is the quickest way to assess where you may be at in the game. And I hit the wrong button, but wrong button again. But golems are essentially the easiest way to figure out where you're at in the game, and I can tell just by your speed if you're, you know, mid game, early game, late game. And it looks like you have been running B10 possibly. Let me go ahead and have that run real quick, and we'll see just how well the squad does. And if you guys have any account reviews you want your boy to do, go ahead and feel free to hit me up on Discord. You can either join the Discord or join the Discord and send me like a personal message, and we can get together with a time to figure out what time you want to do this. And your boy can help you out. I mean, I definitely don't mind helping people out, especially if you're mid game, early game even, and of course late game. But let's go ahead and run this. The stupid synergy stuff comes in because I keep switching accounts, but I don't really expect like a super duper crazy time. It looks so aesthetic though. Them graphics are clean, man. Go ahead and get him, Shinobi. Your little glass cannon, you. So far, so good. Pretty stable. No one's dying. Mona just straight one-shot that wave, which is what we need her to do. And then the stupid boss animation. Yeah, it's cool the first time, but after that it gets old really quick. Obviously I would have that off, but there's no point changing the settings when this is just one run. We'll go ahead and target him. So I'm going to check to see if you are at Pigos Coast Extreme right now, which is where you should be. Oh, we beat the Golem. Amazing. Minute 38, yeah, very slow, but that's okay. That's okay. Even your boy was going that slow. So you do have a lot of extreme to unlock. Do you have it unlocked? Yep, you do have Pigos Coast Extreme unlocked. My first suggestion, like we already talked about before, you need another Mona on your team. I would take your Water Siren out, run double Monas, maybe put in Shinobi and then Garuda. I'll probably go back to it after we check out your Mons, just to give you an idea of what you could be working with though. But let's take a look at the Mon box. See if you have anything in storage. You just have some, looks like Nat 2s, and yeah, nothing too crazy in storage, so that's good to know. You are very, you're not beginning. You're not a beginner, but you're very, you know, I would say not mid game yet, but you're heading towards mid game. But let's see what you got here. Yeti, not really useful. You could use what is it? Fire Sandraff for Titans, but you're not ready for Titans yet, so we're not going to focus too much on Titans. Arthur is a good mon to have as a fire CC'er, so kudos to you on having him. Get him up to level 60 when you can. Let's check out his gems though. He is attack, HP. I see that you're just trying to put gems on him now. That's perfectly fine, but when you come across either some 5 or 6 star gems that are percents, obviously switch to flats out with percents, because flats don't benefit a nat 5 at all. So switch them out when you get them. I can understand it's hard to have gems or money right now, but definitely switch him out. But he's he's built fine for right now. Hades, I would even build him. I would just feed him if you have a water Hades. If not, get him to Evo. Actually, you do have him to Evo 2 already, but keep him at Evo 2 and just wait for another Hades. And I forgot to mention, yeah, definitely get your Arthur up to 60. Hold off on Hades. Hohenheim, in my opinion, I would just hold off on her too. Don't worry about building her either. Utility wise, I mean, it's nice that she has defense down for 70% chance for 3 turns. But if we're focusing on golems, yeah, you could definitely bring her in to Golems B9. Artemis, again, more of a PvP mon, but you're not ready for that yet. Scubbus, you have at Evo 2, which is fine. I mean, you're working on her. You'll get her to Evo 3 one day. She's on HP, crit rate, and attack. So she has the correct gems. Of course, they're flats. They don't really synergize well together, but this is all that you have because, I mean, we just seen your Golems B8 team. There's nothing much that you can do right now, which is okay. What is it? Fire Mushi? No. Mona? No. Fire Radis? These could be definitely usable for you in B9 if we check. I'll check him out after we do that, but he could be definitely usable in B9. You have him on attack. Recovery. Recovery gem is absolutely useless. I would just take that off of him. Switch it out with HP for right now. So give him HP, attack, and he should be set. Bolt Wing's not really good in my opinion. It looks like you might have been raising a Banshee or thinking about raising a Banshee. I would hold off on her as well. You have a Fire Beetle. Nothing too crazy here. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. Then you do have one level 60 Mona, which is splendid. What is she on? Attack. You have her on triple attack with flat gems, so her damage automatically is going to be very, very bad. If you want to build her with triple attack, just get her some 4-star gems, very, very minimum. And obviously when you get better gems, you can switch them out. But either put Mona on HP attack or triple attack if you're just going to use her for B8 only. But in her current condition, this is not good at all, my boy. This is not good at all. But I understand this is all the gems that you have. But after you see this video, start leveling up your other Mona at Pagos Coast Extreme and look for some HP and some attack conviction gems and throw them on both of your Monas. 4-star with percents, throw it on both of your Monas because you're going to be using them for B8 to make you some money before you actually get hardcore into the game. So just keep that in mind. Water Wendigo, not really. Water Siren, she's okay, but as we saw in Golems B8, you probably don't need her, especially with 2 Monas and 2 other Nat 5s replacing her. Garuda, he could be definitely useful with his Elemental Edge, but at the moment, I mean, you can bring her into Golems B8, it would be okay, but my problem is that if you try to auto it, when your mons target a monster and it doesn't die from Garuda, he's going to put defense down on it, and then they're going to target that monster only, which could slow your runs down, which is why I'm not necessarily not recommending Garuda right now, but I am saying hold off on Garuda. Don't put him on your squad because you have Water Shinobi over here, and you also have Water Valk, which will both serve you well. Let's see what your Shinobi's on. Your Shinobi's on attack. You have him going triple glass again. If you're using him for Golems B8, that's fine. Obviously trying to get percent gems just the same as with Mona, so I'm not going to beat that dead horse. But you can either do HP attack or triple attack. And remember guys, broken sets are just as good as full sets, if not better. Chances are they're probably better because getting a full set is very, very difficult. So same thing I will apply right here with your Valk, who is again using flat gems. Give her like an HP gem if you need to. They are Evo 1 at the moment, so they might be kind of squishy, so you might need an HP gem. But again, farm Pagos Coast, get conviction gems, 4-star HP attack. Have at it, man. Get those to maybe plus 12, plus 9. Have at it. Yuki, you can use her as a sapper in B10. You're not ready for B10 yet. You're not ready for B10 yet. But yes, you can use her as a sapper in B10 one day. And I would just build her probably HP defense or HP defense. Don't really worry about crit rate on her. Just aim for high resist once you're at that stage, but you're not at that stage right now. So just keep focusing on leveling her up and keep all your Yukis and aim to get her at Evo 3, you know, when you have the money. But right now, don't focus too much on her. We need to focus on B8. And you have an Evo 2 Neza over here. Titansmon. Find Titansmon, and I mean, I'll definitely review your account later on once you've progressed and we can talk more about your Titansmons, but hold off on building her as well. She's not really going to help you, not with where you're currently at. Then you have your other Mona that we talked about. Looks like you're working to get her to level 40 and then ascend her, and it looks like you're probably running out of gold, and that's because you're not able to do B8. But even with the energy that you have right now, I would do my dailies, and then I would just spam B8 until you run out of energy. Take the best gems that you have, put them on your mons, and, you know, try and increase them up a little bit if you can. If not, you can always wait until the gold dungeon once again. But in the meantime, just try and level up. If you run out of Astro Gems, of course, come back when your energy is restored and continue. The other one's not really worth mentioning. You can use Water Yeti as a Titansmon as well, but again, we're not there yet. Definitely keep Bellpup as well. Katine, looks like you're building a Katine. That's perfectly fine. Katine's usable in a couple different areas in the game, but at the moment, you need to hold off. You need to hold off. You don't got all this money to be spending on evolving these mons. Wood Nightmare, decent pull. Pretty much a PvP / clan versus clan mon, so hold off on building her for right now. Again, focus on B8. Your Grass Indra / Wood Indra is the same exact thing. Hold off. Boltwing, I mean, if you need a fire, I mean not a fire, but a wood attacker, I guess he's okay, just okay, but don't waste your gleams on him. You'll eventually capture as many as you want, and you'll probably never use him like I have an Evo 3 Boltwing that I never use. But Indra and Wood Nightmare can serve as your B7 team, which we'll take a look at after this. Then you have Light Nike, which I am proud of you because she's triple square master race, which is beautiful. And you have her on attack, defense. Nike is an aggressor. If you read her skill descriptions, which I hopefully you do for all of your mons, she needs to be built with defense. I don't care what kind of gem you give her. It needs to be defense percentage. Again, farm Pagos Coast and get some defense percentage gems. And that should definitely help you quite well, my boy. Quite well. But take these attack gems off of her because they're not affecting her stats at all. They're hurting her survivability at the very minimum and her damage. So take those off and get some defense gems on her. And try to get her to Evo 3 after you finish with your B8 team. Once your B8 team is everyone's level 60, preferably Evo 2, then start focusing more on your B10 team. But for right now, at least get her some defense gems, and any victories you pull during festivals or eggs, just keep a hold of them, and we can always make more of the diffusion system. I'll show you that after this. Then you also have a C-Star, and she has a square slot. Again, good clan versus clan mon. I mean, she's not like the best in the world, but she's good, especially for where you're at. You got that guy. You did get a Dark Miho, which is wonderful. Definitely build her with triple HP, but you have attack, HP, attack. So get those HP gems. I mean, not HP gems. Get those attack gems off of her. They're doing nothing to her. Again, read the skill description. Aggression, HP. Attack power becomes proportional to own max HP. Basically all her stats scale off HP. It adds survivability, and it also adds damage to her, which is what you want in an aggressor. The same is for your triple square master race Dark C-Star, which you have an attack and HP gem on. Take both of those off and just give her defense gems. Again, you can get from Pagos Coast Extreme, even if they're only 4-star. You do have a Dark Gatita with a square. Hopefully, when running Golem's B8, you get lucky and at least get him on an intuition set. Probably crit rate, attack, HP in my opinion. or you can do crit rate double attack, which I would recommend the most on like a ruin set, but you got to work your way up there. Gatito is more late game, so don't really worry about building him right now. Focus on him later. I would say probably after B10, but it's great that you have one with a square slot, and then you have Mino, not Mono. You have Mino. Don't really worry about him either, because he's not going to really serve you any justice. But let's go over here to the little fusion tab. Yes, I know that C-Star is the rebirth for today. I mean, not today, but for this month. If you come over here to the fusion tab and you scroll down over here to Light Shiva, you see that we can make water Nikes through the fusion system using a wood siren and a wood Kokumaru. And it shows you the mons that you need to make both. So you need a Beth and a Katine to make a siren, and then you need a Seedler and an Arc to make a water Kokumaru. Both of them are Evo 1. You can farm out the others and get them to Evo 2 and then make your Victoria, which costs 300k, which is very costly, but this is why you'll be running B8. You'll be gemming up your mons, and you should be able to get 300k hopefully at least once a day, or at least once a day from the gold dungeon, and then hopefully you'll start making around $1 mil a day from running Golems B8. And then of course you have sliming and capturing mons, so you can get more Astro Gems. But let's go over here to B8 once again. Looks like you might not have done the gold dungeon. Let's go over here to B8. Oops, that's B9. So for B8, again, take out Water Siren and put in your other Mona when you get the chance. I know you're working on her. Even at level 50, I would throw her in here as soon as possible, especially after you get them with better gems on them. I would get her in here as soon as possible. I would take Garuda out as well and just slide in Valk, and that should definitely help your time quite decently. Aim to get them all level 60. Evo 2 would be better than Evo 1, but at least get them to level 60. Both of your Monas skill booked eventually. It might take a couple weeks, but get those booked as well. And your B10, I mean not B10, but your B8 run should be under 1.5 minutes. I can't imagine it being more than 1 minute and 20 with this team. It might even be 1 minute and 10. That right there is pristine. I mean, obviously once you get better mons and better gems on these mons from running B8, it should drop down to around 1 minute, and you should be good to go, my boy. You should be good to go. And B8 is predominantly how you make money in this game. It's not predominantly, it is how you make money in this game. It's how your boy makes money. It's how Jamin from Discord makes money. It's how your mama makes money. It's how my light doggo in the bed right now makes money. It's even how my cat makes money. So B8 is very, very important, and it's very, very important to get your time down on it, because it's very, very easy to do, and you get a lot of gold for, you get a lot of gold very, very easily and very, very quickly with mons that are just not even properly geared, but geared in an acceptable way. Now for a B7 team, I would throw in your Wood Nightmare, your Wood Indra. You could take in Wood Boltwing, and you probably will require a healer right now. You could also bring in Wood Shinobi, because he does have Elemental Edge, and this is where your Siren could come in handy. Where she is. This is where she could come in handy. Now I'm only bringing in Water Shinobi because Elemental Edge makes it to the point where he can hit all kinds of mons regardless of their elemental type, and he hits them for the weakness. So this is a potential B7 team, but I would recommend, of course, them having better gems on them, level 60, at least Evo 2 minimum, so you're not running you're not running into 3 minutes for one run, which if it takes you 3 minutes to complete a run for any golems, you're doing something wrong, and you're wasting your time farming, because in order to make money, you need to be quick. And if you're not being quick, you're not making money. Now for your B9 squad, I would say definitely bring your Fire Arthur. You could bring in Hohenheim. Artemis is a tank, so she's not going to be much damage. You could bring in your Radis. And you will probably need a healer at this point in time. which Siren won't work. You could also bring in your Scubbus as well if they were gemmed properly, but you would need to probably replace one of these. I would say you could replace either Hohenheim or Scubbus, depending on how much you invest in either one of those, with probably like Fire Cura right now. So if you pull a Fire Cura, definitely keep him. Well, not Fire Cura, but Fire Cupid. If you pull a Fire Cupid, definitely keep him and get him to Evo 2 when you can. And you could run this with B9, just either exchanging Hohenheim or your Scubbus out, and that should be a decent team for you. Again, level 60 Evo 2 minimum, and hopefully some 6-star gems from running B8, at least on a few of them. I mean, maybe not all of them because they're not all triple square master race, but at least a few of them. And then once you run that, your times will be kind of slow, but you have to farm for your other gems. You have to farm for the diamond and the triangle gems, but you'll get there. It might take you a couple months. It took me a couple months. You'll get there. Your B9 time will drop down as well. And then this is very, very far off. I would say this is probably a couple months later for you. But once you get to B10, with the mons that you have right now, of course you'll bring in your Light Nike. Hopefully she's a variant by then. That way you can get a little DPS boost from her. You could also bring in your Yuki as a sapper for the golem. Where's she at? You could bring in your Scubbus as well, and then you'll either need your Siren again, or hopefully you pull like a water purse, or you get a mon that is a passive healer, and you're pretty much set with my Golem's B10 team when I first began the game. Now, was it slow as mess? Yes, but until you pull more mons, this is all I can give to you right now. So it's really important to work on with what you got. So this should be your team later on, again, unless you pull a better healer, preferably a passive healer, or you pull another decent DPS that you could use here as well to help you speed up the runs. But again, your Nike needs to be a Nike. So Evo 3, level 60 with some good gems on her. Of course, Yuki's not really here for damage. She's here for sap. So even 6-star Evo 3, that's fine. Scubbus has to be Evo 3, and then if you pull a water purse, she needs to be Evo 2 minimum, level 60. Anyone else, again, level 60 for Golem's B10, or they're just gonna die, and pretty much Evo 2. So that's pretty much for all of your teams right now. Again, definitely work on Golem's B8 first. Once you get your Golem's B8 time down, you can spread out and start investing more into your B7 and B9 mons. And then I predict within a couple months, I'd say probably 2 or 3 months, you should start creeping over to B10 and you should be good to go there. But that's pretty much it for this account review. Again, shout out to Eileo Arts for letting me check out his account and see what he has working on here. And again, if you guys want an account review, hit your boy up on Discord or leave a comment in the video below, and we can schedule a time and or a date once we can get this done. So as always guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.